Hello everyone, sorry I'm a few minutes late. Hello, Safrina, and I'm the founder of Feng Shui and Prosper, if you don't already know me. And today I want to be talking about elements and flying star Feng Shui and how it affects the energy and how it affects your placements. Okay, so if you guys are watching me live right now, feel free to say hi. So I do apologize before I go into the content. Hey Nita, thanks for watching. Before I go into the content for the video today, I do apologize. I know some of you have been like, how come Safrina hasn't been talking about Feng Shui as much the past few weeks? Some of you may realize that my videos and my content has been more geared to spiritual entrepreneurs. They're just an additional focus that I want to start giving as part of my coaching, my transition into the business coaching world. And some of you may already see some pictures that I shared on the page about the 3-day Wealthy Spiritualpreneur live event that I held last week. And we were talking about real world business building and marketing strategies, and also combining Chinese metaphysics into it, because that is how I built my business, and that is how I want to start teaching people how to do it so you can make more impact and make more money with more ease and grace. And now that that live event is over, I am back to focusing on supporting you guys as much as I can with true classical Feng Shui knowledge. You guys are going to hear my baby in the background. You guys are going to hear my TV in the background. Just bear with me here. The information that I'm going to be sharing, I think is something that's going to be valuable for you guys. If you're a bit of a newbie, this might actually confuse you a little bit more. Okay, so I do apologize for that. But true Feng Shui, classical Feng Shui, is not something that you can learn from a book. I'm sorry, there's just so many levels of Feng Shui. Hey Stefan, thank you for joining me. My daughter wants me to read her favorite book, which I will do later, my love. Okay, you want to get on video? Okay, you guys can get to say hi to Mei Mei. Say hi to Mei Mei. Okay, so the reason why I thought of covering this topic today is because the basis of Feng Shui, really, once you know what each number of the flying star represents, that really is how you do your placements. Okay, hey Manjula, welcome. So Stefan, you say you wanted help from me. Can you please message me? It's not, if you want help, it's not, I'm thinking it's likely not something that I can just go into detail on a live stream, but after this, feel free to Facebook message me and we can take it from there. So I'm going to be sharing my screen, just so you guys can, hold on here. Give me a minute. Okay, so you guys should be seeing my screen right now. Okay, going a little bit high tech here. For those who join me in the Wealthy Spiritualpreneur, you know I'm actually a bit of a tech nerd. So in Flying Star Feng Shui, you're seeing, actually I should say, like if you look at a flying star grid, right? You see like a 3x3 box. A 3x3 box with numbers, right? Let's say, so all these numbers mean a certain type of energy, and you're gonna see, like, let's say this is west, east, north, south, south west, southeast. Oops. It's not doing it for me. Hold on. And northeast and northwest, right? All these grids. And then you're gonna see, for instance, the energy for this month. By the way, energy shifts every day, every month, every year, every 20 years. So if you think you did your Feng Shui last year and you didn't update, well, then you need to do your update, okay? So let's do the Feng Shui for this month, okay? Which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. So all these energies mean a certain thing. Okay, and right now we're not going to go straight into that. Those who did my Feng Shui 2017 webinar, or even my other annual webinar, you're going to know this already. I'm just doing this as a refresher, or as education really for those who are not quite exposed to Flying Star Feng Shui. So what I want to bring your attention to is, for instance, the number 8, which is happening in the south right now. Let me use a different color. Okay, so the number 8 is in the south this year, this month. And technically, in Flying Star Feng Shui, we like number 8. But number 8 actually is not great in the south this year, because, let me just save this as on my camera roll. Okay, so number 8 basically in period 8 would have meant not great in the south this year, because, let me just save okay, hold on, tech glitch. Are you guys still seeing me? Hopefully. Okay. Because, let me just save okay, hold on, tech glitch. Are you guys still seeing me? Hopefully. Okay. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Anyway, floating stars. Yes, Lopez, Eric is seeing me. Okay. What's the name of my angel? She is May. Hey, Crystal, welcome. Okay, so hold on. Let me bring up my screen again for you guys. So going back to that chart earlier, the number 8, which is usually mean prosperity and abundance and good energy, flies into the south this year. And number 8, Yanti, yeah, Yanti, actually, the conversation that I had with Yanti, the consult session that we had, actually prompted me to do this video. In fact, Yanti, I hope that's okay for me to share. Anyway, so the energy is in, why am I, it's not showing me.
There you are.
Okay, here you go.
Squished. Good.
Give me a second. Okay, hopefully you guys are still seeing me. Hey, Cheryl. Okay, so number 8, the energy in the south is the number 8. For those of you guys who know Flying Star Feng Shui, what is the element for number 8? You guys, please, if you know what is the element for number 8, please put it on the comment. Is it water, earth, metal, wood, fire? What element is number 8? Okay, and then if you look at, so that's the energy for the month in the south. The energy for the south this year, in 2017, is the energy of the number 5. And what is, Yanti, you got that right, perfect. Number 8 is an earth energy. What is the energy of number 5? Cecilia, hey, oops. Okay. The energy of the number 5 is also Earth. You're going with Earth, Lopez, yes. So the number 5 is the most negative number in all of Flying Star. Okay? So when a negative energy, number 5, sits in the south this whole year, and it's an earth element, even with a prosperous number such as number 8 flying into the south, it doesn't mean you can activate that prosperity. Because if you activate the number 8, you will inadvertently activate the number 5. So you're gonna make it even worse. Because I know some people, bad earth, yes, Yanti, it's too much of the negative earth. So some people, when they activate the number 8, they want to activate with crystals, they want to activate with a boulder, they think they activate with water, let's say. Well, water placement is a whole other issue, right? But instead of activating the positive energy of number 8, they in turn make number 5 even worse. Okay? Actually, let me kind of backtrack, and I will, let's clear this. Okay. So for those of you who are a bit of a newbie, let me do this. I should have done this one a little bit earlier, I suppose. So number 1 is water. Number 2 is earth. Number 3 is wood. Number 4 is wood. We already saw number 5 is earth. Oops. Number 6 is metal. Number 7 is metal. I'm running out of space here. Number 8 is earth, if you guys want to take a screenshot of this maybe. And number 9 is fire. Oops. Okay. Okay. You guys seeing that? So that is that is the element that belongs to each number. So when you look at the monthly energetic changes, you look at the yearly energetic changes, even the 20-year period energetic changes. This gives you, this is not the end, the end of it, by the way. This is just like the basic application of elements in Flying Star. So I had a situation, right, very recently of hold on. I'm just gonna save this. Okay, so that is always keep that in mind when you're doing Feng Shui, especially classical Feng Shui. Okay, so when you're doing your placements, if a place needs, you don't need dragons or Mandarin ducks or what or whatever, or what else do people buy for Feng Shui? Gold ingots or lucky sailing ships or whatever. You don't need all those things to do your Feng Shui placements. You really just go with the element. Either the actual element itself, let's say if you need wood in a room, you put plants in there or you put green colors in there, right? That's what you do. You don't need to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars in a Feng Shui store, because trust me, it's all just marketing. That is not how the grandmasters of Feng Shui do their Feng Shui. And in fact, a lot of my consultations, when you walk into a room or an office, right, a corporate office or a retail store, when people walk in, they don't know it's been Feng Shui because we use these elements. Okay, so another example is, let me start another example here. So last year, 2016. The energy last year. Hope it's okay for me to use this as an example. I'm not gonna tell you whose information this is. Let me build this in. Pull this over. Okay. Last year in the Northeast was the number 5. Again, it's the most negative energy in all the numbers in Flying Star Feng Shui, right? And it is Earth. Okay. And I recently did a consultation where the room, the energy in the bedroom was actually the mountain star was number 3, and the water star is number 4.
That certainly is an interesting dish.
And what are these numbers?
Is it?
These numbers are wood.
Wants to know if you'd like to eat some.
So the client was a little bit confused. How come last year she wasn't hit that much with the number 5, even though that was her bedroom, right? And I said, because the permanent energy in the room, which is number 3 and number 4, which is wood, innately exhausts earth. So of course she, it is also better be safe than sorry to put the elements to remedy the negative energy, right? Actually, wood doesn't just exhaust earth. Wood actually destructs earth. It's even stronger than metal. Usually, as a precaution, we normally use metal to exhaust the earth. But innately, she had that wood there already. So the number 5 didn't hit her as much in this room. So the whole idea that every house in this world has the same feng shui placement, or every house in every room in the Northeast last year would have been badly affected. That's not the case, right? And the same, and so this for this example, it is a case of a negative energy being weakened innately by the permanent energy, whereas if you the number 8, going back to my first example, hopefully I'm not confusing you guys. So going back to the number 8, which is a positive number, right? It's an earth. But this month, the number 8 flies into the south, which for the year has the negative number, earth number 5. The positivity of the earth actually is not enough to counter the number 5. In fact, it doubles the number 5 because of the earth. They're both earth element. I hope you guys are seeing this. So I know some of you guys are probably getting headaches right now. But that is what a proper Feng Shui consultant should be guiding you in. If you're getting a Feng Shui consultant that is not properly trained, they are not going to know all this. They're going to tell you to buy a laughing Buddha or buy crystals. God forbid where you put the crystals, right? Or or ask you to put the fountain. God forbid what the fountain will do for your finances. So be really, really careful. Yanti says, I like wood element. Yes. Hey, Farah. Hey, Najwa. So do you guys have any questions on this? I don't want to just be like talking. Hopefully you guys are getting some, like I said, it's Feng Shui as a body of knowledge is really, really too much for anyone to learn properly through books. Okay? If you are in dire situation, or if you've been in a situation where it could be health or relationship or finances, if you've been in the same house for a while and there's been a pattern, I I highly recommend, instead of you trying to do it yourself because you're very likely missing a big part of the puzzle, go work with a Feng Shui consultant, one that is properly trained in classical Feng Shui, okay? Be very careful, because I have also spoken with a few people who've been certified by someone who purportedly is classical, but then she pushes all these Chinese looking items. That's not classical. That's your first sign that that's not classical, right? So that is a bit of a rant and a bit of a plea, really. I'm begging you guys to be really careful when you're doing your DIY Feng Shui, okay? I don't want to strike any fear in you guys, but only because in my so many years as a Feng Shui consultant, I have seen how DIY has really made things worse than helping, and you definitely don't want that. So elements in Fly Star Feng Shui, you need to commit to memory all the 5 elements, how they interact with each other, how do they weaken the next element, how do they destroy the next element, how do they support the next element. That's your homework as a Feng Shui enthusiast. That is your homework, to really memorize that part, okay? And so I'm just gonna leave this here, because I know for some of you guys it might be hard to let go of the thought that all the years and all the amount of money that you've spent on fast food Feng Shui has actually led you down the wrong path. And even some, maybe, you know, I'm hoping well-intentioned Feng Shui consultants who don't even realize that they're leading their clients down the wrong path, right? And I know this message is probably not very popular. This message is probably very anxiety. It's going to upset some of you and maybe confuse a lot of you. But I remember, hey Tina, thank you for sharing the video. But I remember when I did my certification, my very first certification, and I realized that everything that I was doing for years and years, learning from books, learning from online, just went down the drain, right? It's like an atomic bomb in my head. It was like, oh my gosh, are you telling me that I've been followed? It's like someone telling you that what you thought was religious was a religion actually was a cult, right? There's no basis in that, in whatever that they were spreading. Yanti is asking, is this 3 and 4 combo a good flying star combo? What does these two mean? So okay. Ready to get more confused? I'm happy to talk about it. Just give me a minute. Let me share my screen again.
There you go. All right,
Oops.
Pato, we're ready. Amaze us.
Okay, so let me do it this way. Okay.
Here is what we need to do. First,
I'm gonna clear this. Okay. So when you look at
here's a nice
actually, let me try a different thing here.
give it a try. Like, what do you like?
Oh, maybe not. I'm not gonna do that.
But there's nothing to be afraid of.
Hold on, baby. You want me to hold you? Okay. So in all these 3x3 grids that you guys are seeing on on Flying Star Feng Shui books and all that, you're gonna see, let's say, okay, so we're period 8, so the 7 is gonna The 8 is going to be in the middle. 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And you're going to see, let's say, 3, 4. Using Yanti's question here. So, because some people, I know I haven't heard other schools do this, but I think it's confusing a lot of non-consultants. When you look at this box here, you see a big 5 in the center, the natal chart, and the 3 on the left, the top left, and the 4 on the top right. Okay? So, when you're an advanced, when you are an advanced flying star practitioner, even as a basic advanced flying star practitioner, you do not look at this. This has no bearing in the energy at all. At all. Okay? What we do look is we look at this separately, the number 3 separately, the number 4 separately. And when you're advanced, like me, you're starting to take the 3, 4 as a combination. The 3 and the 4 together means something else. So the 3, 4, going to Yanti's question, the 3, 4 in our school, the way I've been trained, this combination actually means money. It's a smaller money luck so some homes, when they have the 3 money corners and they have another corner that has a 3, 4 combination like this, they have a 4th money corner. But if the place has a 4, 3 combination, that means something else. Okay, so don't always think that as long as you see a 3 and a 4 together, it's going to be money. It's only if the 3 is a mountain star and the 4 is a water star. If it's the other way around, it actually means something else. It actually means risky financial investments or gambling. Okay? And Yanti's question of how will these two affect people living in this room in positive and negative? So, so with you having the 3, 4 in the room, so that's a money star there. That's the money energy right there. Okay? So that's a positive effect. Got it? Any other questions? This is, if you guys are, like I said, if you guys are intermediate to advanced, maybe you can't absorb some of this. If you're a basic practitioner, I do apologize if you're confused. Feng Shui is very confusing. Okay. So, hey May, my daughter is freaking out now. I think she needs her nap, but she's not napping. So I might cut this a little bit short. But like I said, the idea of this video really is to make it a gateway, an insight for you guys to realize why a lot of the placements that you're seeing in books and online are very likely not giving you any results, simply because it's so far away from what Feng Shui was done back in the day. It's so far, it's just been put on, it's made up, it's marketed, it's diluted. It's just really not serving a lot of people. Okay, Yanti is saying, if it's negative, how can we remedy it or enhance it? If it's positive, then you go back to the elements. If the positive energy star is wood, then you can use wood, you can use water to enhance that. Okay. And if you want to remedy it, again, go back to the elements. What exhausts? What weakens wood? Fire. If you want to remedy. I'm gonna leave this here. Feel free to comment more under the video, and I'll try to go through the questions as best as I can. You want to see yourself? You want to see yourself? Hey, there's Maymay. There's Maymay. By the way, I do have some spots available for 1-hour video consults. Even I have spots available for a full in-depth consult as well. So if this is blowing up your head and you're like, okay, that's it, I don't want to waste any more time or any more money or energy doing the wrong feng shui in my home. If you really need things to shift, I highly recommend. Hey, who's the cutie pie? I highly recommend booking a session with me, either just the 1-hour video consult just to get you started, or a full in-depth one if you're if you want to have every angle covered. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys soon.